Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And so off the tip, it's the Magic. Now here's Suggs. Looking at these teams tonight, Richard, they are half-court teams, tend to grind out possessions.
Oh, it's old school basketball, as they like to say. And it's not the high-flying offenses we're used to seeing. Both teams like to slow it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, he knew what was on his mind.
Tatum with it. Pass to Walsh. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. Good as the jump shot falls.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Suggs outside. Inside. And Wagner gets it to go.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup. But once he locks that in, watch out.
And so here is Orlando after the basket by Boston. Suggs outside to the paint. Oh, Ben Carroll throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Ben Carroll wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Queta gets the buckets.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Ben Carroll. And yep, it's good.
Yeah, there's not much Van Carroll can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Brown with a screen. The rebound by Carter. Orlando trailing here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Brian, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Queta. Misses the layup. And here's Banchero. Soft touch off the glass. Banchero's got 8.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Queta. Back to White. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Corner shot. Again, the miss by Boston.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10" wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Here's Suggs, following the bucket by Boston. Pass to Carter. Back to Suggs. Outside Bain. Picked by Carter. Shot from the top of the key. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
You always have to know time and situation. Bane hitting way late in the shot clock.
Here's White. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Wagner. Into the lane. And Carroll.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Right side, Pritchard. They set the screen. Pure from three-point range.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
To the inside. Pass to Isaac. Back to Bataze. Now here's Black. Back to Bataze. Kicks it out to Isaac. Fires from deep. And Bataze throws it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Garza. That three's off the mark. Magic leading by 5. Pass to De Silva. Hauser grabs the board. So it's Boston now. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Garza. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him.
Shocking that he lucky there.
And here's Bataze. Pass to Howard. There's the triple. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Magic lead by 7.
Just an assertive play. He attacks the miss and sends it home.
Here's Garza from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Isaac. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
4 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Out to the wing. Here's Garza. Sinks it from distance. Garza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Black outside. Pass to De Silva. Bataze with a screen. From the wing. And another basket for Orlando.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Garza. Launches a 3. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Floats one up. Oh, it's stolen. And it's Orlando on the break. And Goga Batadze picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Celtics trail by 10. Here's White. Yet to see a basket. There's Tatum with the three. Rebounded by Suggs.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And stolen by Brown. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Outside Tatum. Pass to Keita. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
15 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Again, the miss by Boston. Now Wagner. And so it's Orlando earning this break in the action, up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Celtics trail by 10. Outside White. Pass to Brown. Wagner with a steal. And here's Suggs. And Caro in the post. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Caro's got 14. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Carter. In transition, the Magic on the run. Tatum from long range. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando leading by 11. Back to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
There's a screen. Here's White. Misses off the right iron.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And Carroll leaking out and finishing.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Now here's White. Uses the glass on the layup. White's got 4 points this quarter.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Outside Carter. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
Here's Brown. Plenty of space. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand.
Yeah, he tried
그래.
to gain position, but
아,
couldn't quite
그거는
get there.
잠깐만 해줄게. 그 네이버 기반 끝났는 것
A
같다.
touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Down low. The kick out to Banchero. It's stolen by Tatum.
He did a good job of taking care of the ball in the first half, but he's been pretty sloppy since the break with it.
Orlando leading by 13. Wagner, he's open. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Celtics trail by 15. And there's a pick. Here's Simons. And that one is hammered home.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simons. Orlando with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And Batadze throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Yeah, when you put Simons in that pick and roll action, it puts major pressure on the defense.
Kicks it out to Isaac. Pass to De Silva. Puts up a 3. Garza grabs the board. Celtics trail by 12. And Boston pushing it up now. Pritchard gets it to go.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Black with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Howard up top. To the paint. And Batadze gets it to go. And the Magic lead by 11.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Orlando with the ball. No good. His first miss. He's 5 for 6 now. Pass to Garza. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Orlando ahead, up 11. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
Come on, fans.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Orlando with the ball. And here's Black. Out to the right wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Batadze. Pass to Isaac. Boston pulls it in.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
On the wing, Hauser. No good on the 3.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's De Silva. Back to Batadze. To the middle. Here's Isaac. Excellent D there from Hauser. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
get a report from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Keita. Stolen by Carter. Fast break. Here we go. That one's good for 2. And the Magic lead by 13. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Pass to Keita. Stolen by Carter. Inside. Here's Wagner. Good.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Tatum. Uncovered. Shot's no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Now Banchero fires the 3 and rebounded by Tatum. Five to shoot from downtown. Wagner with the rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Carter jams it home.
And a smart feed from Suggs. The defense making it easy, leaving his teammate open.
White. Ooh, the shot misses. Magic leading by 15. Wagner. Oh, he jammed it.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Tatum. And he drives in. Oh, he misses the layup.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And the dunk by Wagner.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
They need this. Walsh can't get it to go. Magic leading by 19.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Magic.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paolo Banchero.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
Brown gets the bucket. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Carter. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Now Suggs. So it's the Magic winning.
사장님, 보시면 돼요. 네, 뭐 달라고? 영상 좀 보내줘. 영상? 아, 잠깐만. 아, 재밌었다. 자기 이런 거 여기 발견했습니다.
If you're good at the game, you know how